Please help me to reach 1,000 subscribers. I never imagined I'd reach a moment in my life where slipping out the door in silence felt like the only sane choice. The woman I once pictured a whole lifetime with suddenly felt like a stranger sitting beside me. Funny how one careless sentence can collapse everything you thought was solid. It happened on an ordinary Wednesday evening. Nothing dramatic, nothing unusual. We were on the couch, half paying attention to some crime show on Netflix, our midweek routine. She was curled into her usual corner, covered with a blanket, tapping away on her phone. She looked peaceful, almost serene, which now feels painfully ironic. Then she locked her phone, turned toward me and said, "Can I ask you something without you getting upset?" Right there. I felt something shift. That kind of question never introduces anything good. But I nodded anyway. She gave me this uneasy little smile, like she wasn't sure if she should actually say what she was about to say. "I've been thinking about us," she said softly. "About trying new things together, maybe exploring a bit." I frowned. Explore what? She hesitated, took a breath, and dropped the sentence that changed everything. What if we added another person to our relationship? Just, for some new experiences. For a second I honestly thought I misheard her. A third person? You mean, like that? She nodded casually, like she was suggesting we switch to a different restaurant for dinner. Nothing serious, just some fun. No pressure. I let out a short, stunned laugh. Where is this even coming from? That's when her eyes shifted. Well, there's this guy at work. Ryan. We've been talking a lot. He's really open-minded. We talked about this kind of thing hypothetically, and it just made me realize maybe we're limiting ourselves. I just stared at her. "You've been talking to some coworker about our marriage behind my back," I said slowly, "and now you want to bring him into our bed?" She rushed to deny it. "No, it's not like that. We were just having conversations about how people are too traditional. I thought maybe we could try something different. We've been stuck lately, haven't we?" In that moment, my heart was dropping faster than I could hold it. She genuinely believed she was suggesting something exciting, like she was offering me a gift. But all I could think about were the little signs from the past few weeks. How she dressed nicer for work, the late nights, the quiet smiles at her phone. I brushed it all off because I didn't want to seem paranoid. Now it all added up. And what cut the deepest wasn't even the idea itself. It was how comfortable she was saying it. Like she'd already pictured him there. Like the line had already been crossed in her mind. I didn't yell. I didn't argue. I didn't even ask more questions. I just looked at her and felt something inside me break. Then I stood up. "Where are you going?" she asked, sounding confused. I didn't respond. "Can we please talk about it?" she called after me. But I kept walking down the hallway, grabbed my jacket, took my keys and left. There were no words left to say. Nothing she could explain that would make any of it feel any less like betrayal. She didn't come chasing after me. She stayed on the couch, probably thinking I should be more open-minded, like her coworker Ryan. But I wasn't Ryan. I was her husband. The one who stayed faithful, patient, present, even while she slowly drifted away. I drove with no destination, just wanting space, wanting air. Ended up in a hotel room staring at the ceiling, trying to understand how forever turned into, "Let's bring another man into this," overnight. What people don't tell you about betrayal is that it doesn't always explode. Sometimes it's quiet. Sometimes it sits beside you on a couch and asks if you're willing to share what you built. And sometimes the right response is simply walking out. No screaming, no final speech, no goodbye. Just leaving and not looking back. Please help me to reach 1,000 subscribers.